Howdy howdy everybody, how you doing? It's me, the Punstigator. I'm finally getting around to editing and compiling all my old videos because I finally have some time. So we're gonna start off with our claim, the main thing on our channel, the FGO Nuzlocke. So let me go over the rules real quick. If you roll a servant at all, that's the only copy of the servant you're allowed to use. You can give them MP ups, but any copies after that servant's death, or after MP5, have to be burned. Servants have to be burned via burning. I can't feed new servants new characters. I can't spend any money on this Nuzlocke. Supports have to be chosen from the story supports when they're available. Like, if there is a story support, I have to use a story support. Deaths while grinding don't count because that would make this impossible. But deaths while playing interludes, rank ups, and story missions do count. As well as events. Event stories. If Mash dies, I can't burn her. It's not possible in the game, so I just can't use her again. If a support servant dies, it doesn't matter. They weren't mine. They're someone else's. And then if all servants in Shouty are defeated, the game ends, Nuzlocke's over. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But we've lost a bit. Or have we? You'll have to see to find out. And then there's some extra rules to just give me a bit more ease. If a servant has battle continuation or guts, battle continuation, guts, or anything that gives them the guts status as a skill, then they can survive up to a number of times that their guts allows. For example, Berserker Ku has 2 different guts on him, so he can die twice. Hercules can die up to 4 times thanks to his Bond Essence. Nero can die 3 times. Nitocris can only die once. Yeah. If a servant has Intuition, that really bad skill, we flip a coin. If it's heads, they survive. If it's tails, they die. If they're an Avenger, they take another servant with them when they die. If a servant has Mind's Eye True and they die, I can burn someone else instead of them 1 time. If a servant has Mind's Eye Fake and dies, then I can flip a coin. If heads, I can burn a different servant. If tails, they're still dead. If they have protection from arrows, then any death from an archer does not count. Protection from wind makes any death from a caster not count. And if they have disengaged, then I can retreat from the mission once per character with that ability. Otherwise, once I go into the story node, I can't retreat. If I choose a friend support, it has to be of a randomized class. That only really applies when I'm actually going through the story and interludes. I'm not gonna randomize my grinding. That just makes no sense. And then, if they have item construction, then I can burn a CE of their equal rarity 1 time instead of their death. So, for example, Marie Antoinette, caster, okay, let's say Merlin. If Merlin dies, then I have to burn a 5-star CE or burn him. And so obviously you pick the 5-star CE. If they have presence concealment, then I can go into the first wave of the fight and then retreat. To just scout out, okay, this is what's going on in the fight. I think I should change my team up to get better results. And obviously, if you pull Shinji, you just gotta burn him. Burn him in his hair gel. Cause fuck Shinji. There's only ever been 1 good version of Shinji. And this ain't it, Chief. Anyways, I'll leave you all to get into the video now. Have fun, enjoy it. We have a Discord. We have Or how? Yeah, we have a Discord. I have a Twitter. My Twitch is up there, as you can see. Join, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you next stream. Bye.
By the way, this type of being we call servants, you know what they are. We call servants. You know what they are, don't you? I have no idea. Just as I thought. It can't be helped. I'll tell you as we move. Think of a servant as the highest ranked familiar in the magical world. Various historical heroes, noble acts, concepts, they're all summoned as spiritual bodies. Whether or not a hero truly existed, he or she is still information that was produced on Earth, right? To summon a heroic spirit is to convert the information stored on this planet into something for the good of humankind. People today have the right to use legacies of the past, and with that right, the duty to leave behind the future. Do you see what you made your contract with is greater than a human, and yet is a tool to serve humans. And that's why they're called servants. Even if they're gods, they exist only to serve their masters. Director, your line of Director, your line of thinking may be extreme. May be extreme. My cells are not agreeing with what you just said. Huh. Meaning the servant you fused with me an Earth-type heroic spirit. Servants are heroes of the past made into familiars. Those who enter contract with them and use them are masters. There are 7 classes of servant, which vary depending on the servant's legends and abilities. It's incredibly difficult to copy a heroic spirit entirely. Humans do not have the resources or memory to achieve such a feat. That's why only one aspect of the heroic spirit is fixed in our world, resulting in 7 classes. Well, more than 7. Saber, Lancer, Archer, Rider, Caster, Berserker, and Assassin. Every heroic spirit will manifest as one of these classes. That's the true nature of servants. It's also a way to hide their true names as well. They hide their names because they are famous. Take Achilles from Greek mythology. Achilles is an invincible heroic spirit, but his weakness is extremely famous. The heel of Achilles. When a heroic spirit returns, their weakness is returned with them. That's why servants hide their names behind their class names. If you don't know their identity, it's harder to figure out their past or weakness. Right? That's not all. There's another reason for hiding one's true name. A servant has a secret weapon worthy of their legend, the crystallization of that heroic spirit's miracle and existence. Director, sorry to interrupt while you're having fun, but we detected hostiles entering combat. What? Take them out right now. I'll be hiding over there. Over here. I can feel the tension across the screen. The director is grumpy as usual. She's not just grumpy. She's a total crank. Well, I can feel some sympathy for the director. The ill temper. Excuse me, but Chitose-senpai, there's too much about Shelly you don't know. Well, I admit I came here clueless. I really don't know what to do with you. It's like you're a lost little kitty. Well, not that I'm any different. It's been about 2 years since I started here, and I still don't get it. I sneaked in, almost like an alligator. True, alligators have no clue. Yes, I've learned as much as I can from the database, but I'll share it with you. Shally Security Organization, or more accurately, the Security Organization for the Preservation of Humanity, finished Shally. A research observation with the purpose of continuing and strengthening human history with researchers, scholars, and mages from all around the world. They watch a world that Magecraft couldn't observe and science couldn't measure. We're a special organization with national support, created to prevent humanity from reaching a bad end. Yeah, I figured. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Oh! true that Howdy receives financial support from across the globe, but a majority of that comes from the Majors Association in London. From the Animosphere family, Director Laura Marie's family. Howdy is a research station, but due to its importance, it operates on a military level. There are extremely strict rules and punishments for everything, so the director's attitude is actually reserved. The director isn't a villain, but she is evil. She'll get rid of any staff member she doesn't like. Well, I'm not sure if it's okay to call someone who's got a bad attitude evil. Sorry. I wanted to give you some words of encouragement, but I'm not used to cheery words. Q. What? Hey, what are those guys doing? Behind you! The enemies found us! Prepare for battle! You're so close! Senpai, give me your orders! Please keep an eye on your surroundings. Even if Romani is monitoring us, this is a singularity. There's no telling what might happen. Come here, Curie Light. You're hurt, aren't you? I can heal something like that. Oh, right. Thank you very much, Director Olga Marie. Really now, when the director is calm, she can be dependable. Chitose, you should know. The director's in a Words are difficult. The director's in a complicated position as well. Initially, Marie was like you, a master candidate. 3 years ago, though, the previous director, her father, passed away and she had to take over Howdy when she was just a student. Since then, it's been on one tense day after another. She had to take over the head of the Animosphere family. It was all she could do to keep Howdy running. Around that time, the anomaly was found in Howdy. We could no longer see into the promised future of 100 years from now. There was huge criticism from the association and our sponsors. She was ordered to get the situation back to normal as soon as possible. To make matters worse, they found that she had no aptitude to be a master. The noble Animosphere family, one of the 12 lords of the nominating faculty of astronomy, the Mages Association. Oh, the scandal that would occur if the head of such a family is found to be unfit to become a master. You can imagine the level of gossip happening behind the scenes. I'm sure those rumors reached Marie too. She still worked to be her absolute best as director. This last half year, she's just barely been hanging on. She worked herself so hard, I'd like for her to come for counseling. But how things are. In any event, she's emotionally stretched to the limit. She doesn't hate you or anything like that. Well, I was just having fun. Hey, that's not nice, but I understand how you feel. The director wasn't allowed to go out much growing up, so everything she says is honest and innocent. But make sure you don't say that in front of her. She'll just hate you more. Anyhow, you're the only 3 I can trust right now. I want you to continue investigating without fighting. It's like, as I said yesterday, Olga Marie, if you saw her in the anime Lord El Melio's case files, you like her more. If you didn't see that anime, you're sort of a hit and miss. Like, some people like her, some people don't. I'm in the like her fiction just because I'm a killer for how she looks. Yeah, that's right, Mash. You hit them down. The hostile life form has been removed. Let's move on. I didn't know what would happen with that monster, but I expected nothing less from a servant's body. Such power. Not that it makes it look any less scary. By the way, Director, I have a question for you. The Fuyuki and our data and this Fuyuki are just too different. What happened in this city exactly? What are your thoughts, Director? Let's see. History must have been slightly disrupted. That's the only reason I can think of. No, really. What tipped you off? The burning buildings? The literal apocalypse? Mash. Chitose. I'm gonna say this once, so listen up. Shaldi observes the future through an Earth model called Shaldi's. At the same time, a familiar called Laplace compiles past records. You can say it's Laplace's job to gather data on history that was made public, the information that was buried in darkness and that no one knows. According to Laplace's observations, an unusual Holy Grail War was confirmed in this city in 2004. Holy Grail War? You mean the Holy Grail from Legends? The magical chalice as the root of all magecraft? The one that said to grant soldiers' wishes? Yes, it's defended by the most deadliest thing of all. A tiny rabbit. Monty Python. Yes, that one. Mages in Fuyuki City competed for the Grail in order to activate its summon. In order to activate, it summoned 7 heroic spirits. That was the beginning of the Holy Grail War. Unknown to anyone, servants were summoned to this town. The Fuyuki Holy Grail War system is simple. 7 masters fight each other, the last one standing gets the Grail. Shelly learned about this in 2010. My father, the previous director, used this data to build the summoning system. That's what makes up Shelly's heroic summoning system Fate, her third invention after Lapis and Shelly. Third? Isn't it the near future observation lens Shiva? That was created by Professor Layek. Well, I guess you could say we both worked on it. Anyway, this is where servants come from. 7 servants fought here, and in the end, Saber was victorious. Town wasn't destroyed, and the servants shouldn't have been noticed by anyone, but now this is happening. We should assume that the outcome changed due to the singularity. The anomaly in 2004 brought an alteration to the human history, and as a result, we were no longer able to see 100 years into the future. That's why it's our job to repair this anomaly. Somewhere here is the reason history has been disturbed. Once we analyze and eliminate it, that will complete our mission. All of us will be able to return to the present. Heroic spheres were summoned at Sheldy? Of course, but it didn't go well and there weren't many successes. According to the data, 3 were summoned, but I only know of 2. The previous director summoned the first. The second and third arrived after I became director. The second fused with Mash, and well, you know the third. The weirdo that now lives in Sheldy, Leonardo da Vinci. Not these guys again. Get rid of them, Mash, he'll say. Aye, aye, Captain. Phew, the battle's over, Master. I'm relieved that we pulled through again. Thank you, Mash. Yes, I'm happy that I can be useful. Hey, Mash. Is it possible you can't use your noble phantasm? Apparently, I don't even know which heroic spirit fused with me. And I'm unable to use the power of its special arts. Heroic spirit's secret weapon, known as a noble phantasm. Chitose-senpai, I'm sorry for explaining this so late. Servants are equipped with a unique skill called a noble phantasm. It's derived from each hero's legends and great deeds, and it's a secret weapon. However, I am unable to wield my noble phantasm. I can somehow use it as a weapon, but its output is decreased. Can't even release its true name. In fact, I don't even know what the origins of this weapon of mine might be. In any case, you can think of me as a failed servant, or maybe just a capable kohai that can get even stronger. I don't have any leads on heroic spirit that fuse with me, but with you as my master, I will figure it out as I grow. That's true. Masters have the ability to analyze their servants' parameters, skills, and matrices. Chitose, as a master, once you become good enough, you should be able to analyze the master's servant data. Any servants you make a contract with from this point on should be the same. First, you need to learn their true name and noble phantasm. As your trust with them grows, your servant's power will grow too. Well, it's not like you have that much potential in you. The fact that you can't use MASH that well shows that. Once you get Sheldy's ray shift capability back online, we're going to shift a first-class master here. Then you're fired. Newbies with no combat experience can spend their time terrified in some corner of Sheldy. Respond mean with mean that. Could it be that you're worried about me? Of course. You're our only fighting force here. You get taken out, who's going to fight? Anyway, I'm glad you two understand each other better now. Let's move before any more of them show up.